Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today we have a special show as we're at the ABV Barrel Shop Tasting Bar with Jim Fosnot, myself, Steve Akeley, and Jules Budd, the brand ambassador for Art of the Spirits. Hey, Jules, how you doing?
Doing real good, guys. Thanks a lot for having me here.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. Absolutely. How many podcasts have you been on?
This is the first one I've accepted to be on.
Very nice. So you're a regular here. You come to the barrel shop, and then the other day I'm on Instagram and I look at it, and there's Jules got a new gig. How about that?
Yeah, I read it for the first time myself.
So you weren't notified in any official capacity that you got this shoot. You were kind of surprised. Maybe you wanted to make it a surprise. So Richard Paul, the owner, probably wanted to make it a big reveal.
Yeah. So. Can I tell you how that happened?
Sure.
He knew we were on our way for a 4-day vacation, and he calls me up early in the morning. He goes, "Hey, Jules, grab some of your bottles and the hat I sent you, and shoot me a couple of pictures." So I went downstairs, got a few of the bottles, and took a picture with the bottles in the hat, sent it to him, and now I'm throwing the luggage into the car, ready to head out, and he calls me, and he goes, "Jules, you were supposed to be wearing a hat." So I go, "Okay, I'll run back down." My wife took a couple of pictures, sent it to him. And later that evening, I was on Facebook, and I happened to find out I was brand ambassador for Arts of the Spirits. So that was my notification.
There you go. That's how opportunities happen sometimes.
Yeah. This is your first interview as a brand ambassador. Then,
yes, it is.
Is there any media stuff training you have to go through, or did you're just winging it here?
Right now, I'm winging it. So whatever you want to ask me, I'll do my best to answer.
Well, we'll get into kind of your job duties after the break. For right now,
I didn't know it was a job.
Oh, it's a job.
Oh, it's a job.
Richard sent us a whole list of stuff. Yeah, he's like, you're going to be. Oh, he can work. Build displays and all kinds of stuff.
Okay, so. Whenever you need me, give me a holler.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself. Were you always a St. Louis guy?
No, I was actually born in Havana, Cuba.
Okay.
And when I was not quite 3 years old, my parents ended up we were able to go to the United States, and we settled in upstate New York.
Okay.
Went to college at NYU and landed a job right out of college in New Jersey. Stayed there for about 6 years, and then I got an opportunity to go to Kansas City. Took a job there, and 6 years later I ended up in Florida. Was there a little less than 2 years. And then I took a job with Anheuser-Busch and been here, it'll be 40 years next year.
40 years, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Love St. Louis.
So out of all the places that you've been, and you probably don't even remember Cuba, do you have memories of as a 3-year-old?
No, not as a 3-year-old.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. So I'm talking about places that you live. What's been your favorite? St. Louis the best out of all of them?
We like the Midwest. Mm-hmm. We lived in Kansas City and St. Louis, and we love both equally.
Yeah.
Got plenty of friends in Kansas City and got friends here in St. Louis. And the best thing about taking the move here was it kept my kids in the same school district. And if I stayed in my other profession in the oil industry, I probably would have been moving around.
You'd have been jumping around.
Yeah.
So that's tough on kids, right? They like the stability and they get friends and they want to stay there. So that's cool.
So they were happy.
Yeah. What was it like working for Anheuser-Busch back in the day?
It was.
I heard they work you hard. I mean,
it was interesting. Let me tell you.
You get in there first thing in the morning. It's 5 o'clock, and you're halfway through your day.
I started out there in corporate engineering downtown, and then about 5 years later, I had an opportunity to go to one of the subsidiaries that we did projects for, Metal Container, and I spent my last 17 years over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's that facility at?
Well, they
got a couple of them, right? There's one here in Arnold, isn't there?
They have one here a couple miles from where you're located. I think at the time, when I left, they had, I think, 7 can plants, 2 lid plants. But when InBev took over, some of those got
consolidated.
Got sold. And I retired before InBev took over.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Would that have been good for you to still be there when InBev took over? Because didn't they do a lot of buyouts and stuff like that? You probably would have hit the jackpot.
My original goal of retirement would have hit exactly when InBev would have been about to take over. And that would have been beautiful. It really would. They probably would have paid me to get lost, and I would have gladly accepted. But anyway, I had a heart condition, and my doctor encouraged me not to work.
You're still here. That's the important thing, right?
Yeah.
You try to hang on to something, and health issues, you might not be here, right? So it's worth it doing what you did.
So hey, it gained me quite a few more years. Hopefully, a few more.
Heck yeah. So, and anything else? What kind of hobbies do you have? That type of thing. We need to get to know you a little bit. We know you, and you may be thinking, well, Steve knows this. But again, the audience doesn't know this. I'm interviewing you for them.
Well, my hobbies actually really didn't start until I got to St. Louis, and I was able to settle. I take that back. I did get my first Corvette in Florida.
Whoa!
And that was actually the first car I ever bought in my entire life, and I still have it today. And then when I moved to Kansas City, I bought the second car I ever bought in my life, which was a 64 Corvette, and I still have that today. Okay. And then I got married and no more Corvettes. You have
a 64 and what year?
74.
Those are built in St. Louis.
Yes.
Yeah. Those are St. Louis Corvettes.
I was meant to come back.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Kentucky stole that from us.
Yeah, I don't know about the 74, but the 64 I think
definitely
may have been built here.
Oh yeah.
And outside of that, I enjoy target shooting. Miss it, haven't done it in quite a while. And then when my son and I went on the Bourbon Trail a few years back, I switched from Scotch to Bourbon and Rye.
And haven't looked back, huh?
I haven't looked back. I just love the heritage, the history.
What was your favorite tour?
I would probably say the ones I remember was Woodford. I know what the laughter's about. That's probably true. It was Jim Beam and Woodford. Basically, their campuses were gorgeous. And Maker's Mark, my son and I got to dip our own bottles. So that my son actually demonstrated how to do it, and I demonstrated how not to do it.
Okay, yeah. Very nice. Jim, do you want to know anything from Jules? A rare opportunity. You got him on the hot seat. He has to answer because he's on a show here.
Yeah, that's true. So you did say shooting. What do you like to shoot? Like what?
Actually, for Father's Day a few years back, from my son's spare parts, he built me an AR-15, which I really love. I got a 300 Blackout that I'm hoping to go shooting with here shortly. And I was very fortunate. My son's been to Afghanistan 4 times for a total of over 2 years. And I was able to get one of the commemorative SIG pistols where only 36 were made. Wow. And I love that pistol. So, both pistols and rifles.
So Steve and I are both gun guys. You want to go shooting sometime? Let's go.
Oh, I'm in.
You're
definitely.
in. Okay.
I'm definitely in.
Hey, and you keep talking. Your ideal trip is a Neely family distillery road trip. I've heard Royce shoot some guns too.
Royce may have one or two. We can go out there.
I'd really love to head out there. Rebecca and Royce are great folks. Chatted with Rebecca a couple of times on Facebook, and I'd love to have the opportunity to meet them, and I'd love to have the opportunity to visit their distillery and see what's cooking with that fabulous hidden barn.
Heck yeah. Well, Jules, we'll let you do the honor here. Tell the audience what we're drinking.
We're drinking Barrel Seagrass, if I'm
That is
not
correct.
mistaken.
That is correct. Barrel Seagrass, one of my favorites.
And it's a very good drink. Thank you.
Yeah, heck yeah. So very, very good one for sure. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers for sure. That is good.
That's good stuff, isn't it? All right, what we'll do next, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk to Jules about being a brand ambassador, what all this entails, what he's got planned, and as he gets ready to enter the St. Louis market here with his product. Should be fun.
Okay. Sounds like a great deal. We'll catch you in a bit. Thank you.
Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely family distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at neelyfamilydistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Hello, this is Jeff from Iowa, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily with Colonel Steve.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is the Bourbon Daily, and we are here, and we are recording with Jules Budd, brand ambassador for Art of the Spirits out of Colorado. Pretty exciting stuff. So I guess take us through how you initially met Richard Paul, the owner of that, and you guys become friends, and that's how you find yourself into this gig today. So tell us about that.
Actually, I saw one of Richard's post a few years back that had his first three labels that he had put out, and they were all at 90 proof. And with it, he also had, there was an artist that did those labels, and his canvases of the artwork was also on Facebook. And I could have swore I could recognize the style of the artist who did the canvases. And so I had contacted Richard, and we talked about the artwork, and I said, the style looks very familiar, and I thought it was either Daniel James or David Yule, and it ended up being Daniel James, and David Yule is now doing his newer labels. But the most interesting thing, the bottle, his first rye of Easy Elegance, there were two women there, and they looked very familiar. And I said, I bet you I know them. And he goes, there's no way you know them. I said, so he asked me who they were. I said, in my opinion, I think the one in front of the bar is Alexis, and the one behind the bar is Olivia. And he goes, how the heck do you know that? So I said, well, I don't know him personally. I've chatted with him through social media on occasion. But when I retired from AB, I opened up a gallery and a picture frame shop, and their father is a fabulous, fabulous artist, and I used to sell some of Scott Jacobs' artwork. And I knew Alexa had a lot of tattoos, but the artwork only left the cross on her arm, and just the facial features and the overall features of both of the women. And I happened to be right. It was Alexa and Olivia, Scott Jacobs' daughters. And from there, our relationship just grew stronger, and we've become very good friends. And Richard has an amazing story in himself, and he puts out a fabulous, fabulous whiskey. And it's not just the whiskey that Art of the Spirits is involved with. They give back to the community. When Colorado had the fire, they were there helping. And he's always doing things for first responders and the military. One great organization.
So as we get ready to, they're coming into Missouri.
Yeah.
So specifically into the St. Louis area. I don't know how much they'll be outside of, where we're at. But so we're going to have them at the ABV Barrel Shop. We've already worked with Richard on picking up a couple of items. And then I guess you've got some contacts at another place too. It'll probably be at as well.
Yes, CB's Chop House here in Fenton. They'll be getting some of Art of the Spirits products in probably toward later on this year, maybe 6 to 8 weeks or so.
So we'll be getting that. What kind of support can we expect from you? Are you going to be doing bottle signings?
I don't know anybody wants my signature. I'm hoping you'll do the bottle signings. But I'll sign a bottle if anybody wants it. But yeah, basically, if you need for me to be here when you're doing any of the tastings or help you out on building displays for them. Actually, I'll go back to Jim. He builds a heck of a lot better than me. But anyway, putting up displays. I'll be doing the same thing for the Chop House down in Fenton. So, yeah, give me a holler. If you need help, I'm here to help you.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Are you going to get that label printed on or painted onto the hood of your Corvette?
What, the Easy Elegance?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it.
That'd be pretty kick-ass to get that Art of the Spirits label painted onto the hood.
Yeah.
I actually have the 3 canvases. I bought 2 complete match sets of the canvas and the bottle, numbers match, signed by the artist, and they match across all 3 canvases and bottles. So, yeah, they're in my whiskey room.
Were they delivered by the daughters that were in the painting?
I wish. Actually, my son, a couple of years ago, went out to Sturgis, and I said if he had a few minutes, he ought to go up to Deadwood, South Dakota. And I said, you got to stop in Scott's gallery. You definitely have to meet him. And I said, if you get a chance, they also own a bar and a small, like a country grocery store.
Yeah.
And I'll bet you dollars to donuts that Alexis is over there. And sure enough, later, a day or two later, he sends me a picture of him and Scott's holding a bag of some merchandise that my son bought, and he wrote on it, "Wish you were here, Jules," or Scott Jacobs. Jules, wish you were here, Scott Jacobs. And then he sends me a picture of him and Alexa.
Wow.
Alexis, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, one day I'll get up
You
to
need to get up
South
there.
Dakota.
Hey, South Dakota's great, man.
Oh,
There's a lot of stuff. It's beautiful country, too.
I've been looking it up over the past several months, and that's on my bucket list to head up there.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
Just don't do it in January or February.
No. It's late spring, early summer.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good to know you a little bit, and I guess we'll be seeing more of you as we get that product in.
Yeah, and even if it isn't a product, you'll still see me a lot.
No matter what.
You and Jim are awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us.
If I may say something, if you're in the greater St. Louis area, or if you're planning to come to St. Louis, you definitely have to stop at the ABV Barrel Shop, meet Jim and Steve, and enjoy the products that they have here. And also, if you're in St. Louis and you get a chance to be in the Fenton area, please stop by at the CB's Chop House, enjoy a meal, and hopefully he'll have Arts of the Spirits there as well.
Are you holding court there a lot? Eating and drinking at CB's Chop House? What are the chances I just stumble in there and there's Jules? Is it pretty good?
I'm there maybe once a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great place to eat. As a matter of fact, he owns the butcher shop on the other side of the highway,
good.
so all his meats are fresh daily.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
So anytime you guys want to go, give me a holler.
Okay.
I hit his butcher shop. So you're talking about the one right there, 141 and 44?
Yep.
Yeah, so I hit his butcher shop. I have not been to the restaurant yet, so I'd have to head out there. But I do his butcher shop, probably.
I'm thinking we go there for a meal. Then we go over to Jules' house and just hang out.
Hey,
drinking your whiskey.
Yes.
Jules' whiskey.
We'll open any bottle you want.
All right.
But I don't know
That
if I
and
have
Corvette
one
races.
you haven't tasted yet, though.
We got 2 Corvettes.
We have Corvette races.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, we could do it on our right on the street there.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, as we wrap this one up, Jules, I think people want to follow your journey. Where can they do that?
I'm on Facebook under Jules Budd, and you can catch me on Instagram. I actually have 2 accounts. The primary whiskey account is lifestyle _ choices, and the other one is of all things street _ race anyone, RACEN1.
So awesome. You are street racing. I thought that was your secret account. I guess it's not so much a secret anymore.
Well, people have found me.
People have found you.
We're going to find you now. We're going to find you now.
With that account, I was having trouble on my main account, and I was thinking of shutting it down. And I'm still having trouble with IG. I'm trying to have more fun with street race anyone. And,
that's good. Yeah. Well, that's nice. All right, Jim, how about you? Where can people find you?
Well, I'm not the player that Jules is, but you can find me on Facebook at Jim Fosnot, or on Instagram at FozJim, FAZZJIM, or hanging out here with you, Steve, at the ABV Barrel Shop most days of the week.
Sounds good. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. The important website, though, is abvnetwork.com. Check that one out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. If you like what we're doing, you know how you can help us? Give us a 5-star review with comments. It helps new people find the show, which is pretty important to us. And also, if you want to get involved, head over to patreon.com/the ABV Network and get signed up today. Jules, thanks so much for joining us, man.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure, Jim and Steve.
Absolutely.
Always nice seeing you.
For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.